Hello there and welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm coming to you with a new type of video. It's a challenge video for Minecraft, and it's where I'm going to go on peaceful mode and I'm going to see how many of the 122 achievements that are available as of now, how many of those I can get on peaceful mode. And if you don't know, peaceful mode is where there are no enemies and no monsters and no creepers and no skeletons or zombies or spiders or anything like that. So yeah, so I'm going to see how many we can get without any of those. And yeah, this should be interesting. So yeah, 1.19 is out at this point. So it's 122 achievements. So there is my world. How beautiful. Oh, look at this. Yes, animals. Oh yes, I'll have to kill you for some achievements. Yeah. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, the sheep. Look at them. Oh, look at this cliff. Yeah, cave. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Anyway, here we go. Let's start talking about some achievements that I can get for sure. And I call this definite achievements because these are the ones I'm definitely going to get. So this is like, for example, like, getting wood from a tree. Or, here they are, definite achievements. Things like taking inventory, looking at your inventory, right? Or finding diamonds, or, I don't know, giving fish to certain animals. There are all the animals there. The cows are there, sheep are there. Every type of animal is there. Yeah, here's just some examples. Here's cow tipper killing a poor cow. I was just kidding about killing the animals. No. Oh, the poor cow. Anyway, yeah. So there are a whole bunch you can get without any enemies. Which, that was a bad fall. Yeah, but so that's kind of exciting, That's, I don't know, is it exciting? I find it exciting. So anyway, here's the really cool lava that I found there. So, let's talk about part 2. Definitely not achievements. Yeah. And by the way, that is a mob spawner that I found underground right where I was. And these are the ones you definitely cannot get. So, basically, most of these are like, you can't, if there are no zombies, or if there are no zombies, you can't get certain. If there are no skeletons, you can't get certain things. If no creepers and no endermen, how are you supposed to do some of this? So part of it is the blazes in the Nether. The blazes drop blaze powder, and if you don't have blaze powder, you can't make Eye of Enders, which means you can't go to the end. So any of the end achievements are not on there. Anything where it's killing an enemy is not on there. So does the witch one. Are using the potion on it, things like that. The do a barrel roll, that's for the drowned, but there are none. And those last couple are for the raids, which there are none because there are no enemies. And here we go, part 3, maybe achievements. This is what I call the maybe achievements. So yeah, so I'm gonna start talking about these achievements, and so let's do this. So the first 3 I have actually are kind of like up in the air. I'm not really sure how I feel about them. But number 1 is the Iron Belly achievement. And the Iron Belly achievement, so with this one, because you don't actually lose hunger on peaceful mode, this one is not possible. You can find rotten flesh in different places, like you could fish for it, which I'll fish a lot. But yeah, because you don't lose any hunger, it doesn't actually go down, so you can't actually starve and stop starvation. So yeah, so this one's not possible. Number 2, trampoline achievement. This is where you need slime blocks. And each slime block is 9 slime balls. Now, the way you get slime balls is by killing slimes. But there are no slimes in this game because it's peaceful. They're enemies. So, the only way you could get it is only the wandering trader who does sell slime balls. Or the baby pandas have 1 out of 700 chance of sneezing up a slime ball. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's not the greatest. So it is possible to get it, so I'm going to say it's possible, but it's going to take you a while to get all those slime balls. And usually I use about 2 slime blocks, which is like 18 slime balls. So yeah, this would take a lot of time to do. All right. Number 3 I have is camouflage achievement, and this is where you have to wear the head of another mob. And I at first said this is impossible because you can't kill wither skeletons or the electric creepers. Ugh. But in the ancient cities now, they have mob heads sitting there. So you can go grab a mob head and then put that on, and there you go. How do you like that? All right, so now let's talk about a different section here. Let's talk about underwater. So number 4 and number 5. All right, these are both staying underwater for a certain amount of time, and sleep with the fishes is actually for staying under a full day. So free diver and sleep with the fishes was easy to do because on peaceful you don't die. As soon as you start to drown, you gain your heart back, and as soon as you start to drown, you gain your heart back. So I was like, okay, this is easy. So yeah, I ended up getting both of those on peaceful because normally you would need a potion or whatever. But yeah, I did both of those. And then the other one, dry spell, is where you get a sponge in the only place I know to get them is the underwater temples, the monuments, and I thought that they only went with the Elder Guardian fish when you killed it, but it turns out I was able to find a whole bunch of sponges in the monument, even though there was no guardian. So yeah, I was able to put it in the stove and dry it, and I got the dry spell achievement. Number 7, Maxstramen. Oh dear, let me tell you about this. This is one of the last ones I was trying. So to make a conduit, which this is making a conduit, by the way, you need a Heart of a Sea, which I was able to find in a treasure chest under the sand at one point. You need 8 Nautilus shells, and you need prismarine blocks. So the prismarine blocks were fine. You could just mine them right by the ocean monument. But the Nautilus shells were the thing. I said there's no way you're going to be able to get this because Nautilus shells get dropped by the drowned, which are the underwater zombies. But I found out that fishing, you could get them. You could also get them from a trader, but that's pretty rare. And I actually killed the trader, and it kept spawning. It wouldn't spawn back. So poor guy. Anyway, but I fished for I think like 5 hours. Like it was really irritating to do this. When I do future challenges like this, I don't know if I'm going to sit through each one of them because I basically know how to get these things. But yeah, I sat there for like 5 hours fishing, and I ended up getting 8 Nautilus shells, and it's probably in the video, and I made a conduit. Look at that. So it was possible without the drowned on peaceful. So yeah. All right, the next couple are, I was wondering, without killing skeletons, how do you get bones, or how do you get bows and arrows and stuff? So, because these 3, leader of the pack, and then the next 2, dispense with this and bullseye, these 3, you need those. So the leader of the pack is where you tame the dogs, well, the wolves, I guess, and you need bones. So I was like, how do you get bones without the skeletons? So you can find them in chests, and you could do it by fishing, and you could also, some fish, when you punch them in the face and kill them, they drop bones. So yeah, I was able to get plenty of bones, so I was able to tame all those, tame all of them. But then the other 2, dispense with this and bullseye, you need to have bows, or bow and arrow, whatever. And luckily for that, usually a mob drops it, but you are able to trade with villagers and also get them in fishing again. Fishing is the key. If you're playing on peaceful, fishing is the key. So yeah, all 3 of those were also possible. Alright, so let's go to the nether for a second. So, yeah, number 11 I have here is Into the Nether. And Into the Nether was easy, because all you needed was obsidian, which you can get. I turned some obsidian underneath the ground, some water into obsidian, and then I needed flint and steel. You can make that. So going into the Nether was not a problem. But I was like, oh, Monster Hunter, there's no way I'll be able to get this in a million years. Yeah, guess what? There are certain types of enemies that still spawn on peaceful mode. Are you kidding me? I wished it was the slimes, but it wasn't. So when I went into Nether, the pig ones are still there, but they're not hostile. Like, what? Are you kidding me? So yeah, I killed a piglin. Got Monster Hunter achievement on peaceful. Okay. Like, whatever. So yeah, Ooh Shiny, the next one, 13. That's where you have to alright, so it's a tricky one because you don't just give you don't give gold to the piglins and then they trade with you. You have to distract them after they're trying to kill you. I've tried this a couple times, and they have to be trying to kill you, and you distract them by throwing the gold, like, ooh, gold, let me see. Ooh, squirrel, you know? And because they weren't trying to hurt me, I could not distract them. I tried, and it wouldn't work. So yeah, Ooh Shiny is not possible. So yeah, in Monster Hunter was, but Ooh Shiny was not possible. 14, Beam Me Up. So now one of the things you get when you trade with the piglins, which I was able to do, was Ender Pearls. And when you get an Ender Pearl, you can go up really high and throw the Ender Pearl and get Beam Me Up, and you're good. So that one was possible. 15, Feels Like Home. This is where you get the little fella the Strider in the Nether, and then you get a saddle. Well, I found a saddle in underground, actually, in a chest, and it was random. And I also you get the warped fungus or warped mushroom, I guess, whatever it's called, and you get the warp thing on the stick, and you can make them come back to the the regular world. And then you get these little fellas to do it. You can see on the video that I have the guy right next to my nether portal, like walking in the lava. I had to collect all the lava, of course. So yeah, that's basically how that works. But yeah, it feels like home was possible. All right, so number 16, overkill. So I was like, all right, if there are mobs in the Nether, there's got to be a way to do this. So I got a diamond sword. I put Bane of Arthropods on. Bane of Arthropods 5 on it. Made it super strong. Used the potion, and I still couldn't. I don't know if I used the potion, but anyway, I tried to jump from the highest height in the Nether and hit all these enemies. I hit so many enemies for like, I don't know, a half hour, and none of them would give me the overkill achievement. So I mean, it was not that hard when I did it on my regular survival world. So yeah, I'm going to say overkill was not possible on peaceful. Something about not killing, I don't know. Maybe it has to be a hostile enemy. And 17, sound the alarm. I was able to get a piglin to follow the gold through the nether portal into the town that I was in, that I stole someone's house, of course. And then when they were in the town, I rang the bell. And I did not get the achievement. So, sound the alarm was not possible on peaceful. I don't know why it wasn't possible. But yeah, I tried a whole bunch of times to get that piglin. Piglin was definitely in town when I did it. It just would not work. So yeah, sound alarm's not possible. So 18 is different. We're going somewhere else, to the igloos. So the place I always go to to get the zombie doctor, the zombie villagers. Oh my goodness. Is when you go in an igloo, there are zombie villagers in the right. There are these two like spaces in the wall. The right one always has a zombie villager. Except on peaceful, there are no zombie villagers. Yeah, so you can see there is just random. Yep. So zombie doctor is not possible. All right. The next two, 19 and 20, feeling ill, and 20, cheating death. I said this can't be possible. There are no evokers on peaceful. Guess what there are on peaceful? Evokers. Yeah. So there are evokers in the Woodland Mansion, and I went there and I was like, okay. So I killed it and got the feeling ill achievement, and then of course they dropped the thing that brings me back to life. Wow, how do I not? Yeah, how do I not remember what it's called? Everybody right now is listening. They're like, it's called this. I forget words. So yeah, so I was able to bring myself back to life. So I got both those achievements. I'm gonna remember in like a couple minutes. Yeah, I know, right? So yeah. Feeling ill, cheating death were both possible. 21, into fire. Now you're probably saying to me, but Ross, into fire is where you kill a blaze and you get a blaze rod, right? Yeah, of course it is. That's impossible because when you go into the Nether, there are no blazes. So explain to me how under the Woodland Mansion I was in a lush cave, and then randomly out of nowhere, I got the into the fire achievement. Yeah. Cricket? How? I don't understand. That makes no sense. I'm not arguing, but typically it is not possible. I don't know why I got it. So I'm putting it not possible, even though I got it. Weird. Number 22 is the healing power of friendship. Now I said this one's got to be possible, but we had the same problem as overkill. It must be because, I don't know. I don't know why, but so basically I got three axolotls. I brought them to the Woodland Mansion where I knew there were enemies, and I trapped a whole bunch of evokers. How horrible! In a room, and I started to let out I started to hit first because the axolotls need to see you hit it, and then let the axolotls finish off the evokers, and they would not do it no matter what I did. So the healing power of friendship was not possible on peaceful. I don't know why. It was kind of silly, but whatever. Yeah, but it's not possible. I tried for a while. All these things I tested for quite a while. Number 23 and 24 and 25. These three are all for the 1.19 update and DLC. So number 23 is the birthday song. This is where you need to bring a cake to an LA and put it on the music box, and then the LA will go bring the other cake or whatever. and then they'll bring you to cake. So my question was, are there relays in peaceful? I wasn't sure if they were still included because they're trapped by the the bad guys. But yeah, they were there. So yeah, got that achievement. Number 24, I was also wondering about skulk sensors. Are they there? And I was able to sneak past them because skulk sensors are also still there on peaceful. And the last one is it spreads. I was like, you need to kill a mob next to a skulk catalyst. Am I going to get this? But luckily the cow, of course, is a mob. It's a peaceful, it's a good mob, but it's still a mob. So it worked. So yeah, this is it. We just, these are all the ones that I was wondering about. I didn't have every achievement on here for you, like, to watch me do everyone. I feel like that video would be way too long. So I just gave you a little bit of like a overall synopsis. So yeah, so that's it. So this is the peaceful achievement. Most of them were achievable, but yeah, now you have an idea of that, and hopefully I'll do more of these challenges. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have anything you want to say about it, or if you've been able to do any of these on peaceful somehow. I don't know, or if you're having trouble with them, whatever. But yeah, I'll see you next time in the Achievement Planner.